Think your investment tracker is just for stocks and bonds? Think again. Your home is probably your biggest investment, but most apps completely ignore real estate. Today I will show you how to track your property's complete financial picture in Capitally. From purchase price and renovations to mortgage and rental income. You will see how your property performs compared to your other investments and finally get a true picture of your total net worth. Let's start by adding a new asset. We need to create a custom one and mark it as real estate type. Let's call it my home and set the currency to euros. Now, how did you get your property? If it was inherited, we could use a transfer. But let's say we bought it. Click buy and let's create that transaction. We'll set it to 5 years ago. Here is a tip about quantity. You can either put 1 for one house or flat or use square meters or square feet. It affects how you'll track the market price. With 1, you will need a market value of the whole house. But I think using square meters is simpler. Then you just need the price per square meter in your area, which usually is readily available. Let's say it was 5,000 euros per square meter here. Make sure to set the market price for the buying date accurately. In our case, since we bought at market price, we'll set both the transaction value and market price the same. You can track additional fees too, but let's keep it simple for now. Now, let's say a month later we did some major renovations that increase the home's value. We'll add a transaction under other income, expense and fees. Let's say we spent 100,000 euros on that. Here is another tip. You can either enter this as a straight expense or as a fee. The main difference? When you are comparing different types of investments later, treating home maintenance as fees lets you track and compare ownership costs with other types of investments. So let's record it as a fee. To show the value increase after renovations, we need to edit the asset and go to prices. First, add the market price 1 day prior to renovations. Then, add the new price after the renovations. Let's say it went from 500 to 600,000 euros. Note that currently, Capitally doesn't let you track increases in principal, only spending. Our principal stays at 500, but we show 100,000 euros in fees and realized returns since we've already spent that money. To keep track of your home's current value, you can either edit it in the Prices tab or there is a quick way. Just double-click your home in the Positions tab and update the price. The value will change linearly between price points, but you can always add more price points if you want more accuracy. Now, what about mortgages? While Capitally doesn't handle liabilities directly yet, there's a clever workaround. Add another custom asset called mortgage. And here is the trick. Set its price to -1 from the day you bought the house. We open the mortgage by buying it. Let's say we borrowed 200,000 euros, so the quantity should be the loan amount and price should be -1. This gives us a negative 200,000 euros, exactly what a mortgage is. To see everything clearly, let's put both the house and mortgage in one account. Select both. Move them to a new account called My Home with Mortgage, for example. Now you can easily track the total value. For mortgage payments, you have two options. You can add a cell whenever you repay to reduce the remaining principal. Or you can simply update the current principal occasionally by double-clicking the mortgage and changing the quantity. Let's say it is now 100,000 euros. You can use the compare chart to see both values side by side. For now, mortgage interest can only be tracked as an expense or a fee. Dedicated support for these is coming in the future. For regular home expenses like utilities that don't change the house value, just add them as transactions with other type. You can use tags to keep things organized as well. If you are renting out your property, you will want to track that income too. Add rent payments as transactions. Let's say 1,000 euros monthly income with 200 euros for utilities and 50 of paid taxes. You can quickly create multiple payments by cloning the transaction and spacing it out monthly if you want to simulate that or save some clicks. The cool thing is once you have at least 3 consecutive payments, you can see projected income from your property way into the future, even 20 years if you want. And that's it. You can now track your property's value changes, all your expenses, rental income if any, your mortgage, and compare it with all your other investments. Thanks for watching.